So Keyshawn Davis versus Jose Pedraza is set on February 8th on the co-main event of Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz fight. Um, right now, Keyshawn Davis is looked at as the favorite, even though Jose Pedraza is considered one of the top guys over the years at the 135 division. So we're basically 130, 135. Uh, so right now we're basically looking at the situation that he's in as far as trying to move up to the next level. He's moving fast. He's only had what 9 or 10 fights, so he's basically now at the level where he doesn't have to really chase guys. They're kind of coming to the forefront, and Pedraza, he's a guy who will fight anybody. Like he said, an amateur, a beginner, a novice, a veteran, someone elite. It doesn't really matter. He'll fight anybody. He said this. We feel like Keyshawn Davis is a inexperienced pro, but he feels like he's an excellent boxer. He's definitely going to get the experience, so he's not really worried about that. But he knows that he's very talented and a very good boxer. But right now at this time, I just feel like Jose Pedraza, he has enough in the tank to kind of get it done, but it's going to be a hard challenge as far as if he can get it done because Keyshawn Davis, he's a guy right now, he's moving fast. But I feel like if Pedraza can go to the body, do different things, he can kind of slow down Keyshawn. But I feel like Keyshawn is going to come out jabbing a lot, which will give Pedraza problems because Pedraza isn't a guy who really jabs a lot. He doesn't really do a lot of different things. Not as much as what Keyshawn will actually do. Now I'm comparing the two. I definitely feel like he can get some stuff done though. He's not someone who's going to be waiting around and trying to counter Pedraza. Pedraza's going to be the guy countering. I feel like Keyshawn, he'll definitely be doing 1-2 punches, jabbing, going to the body, and a lot of other things. But Pedraza's gonna try to throw that straight left, throw a right hook to the body. Definitely, those are his specialty punches. He likes to do those. He also throw an overhand right. But just from what I've seen, Keyshawn Davis, he's a guy, he can do it all. Has a nice uppercut. Has a nice right hand. He has a left hook that's very powerful. So he has a lot of different things that he can bring to the table. And Keyshawn also has a straight right, so it's a lot of different things he can bring to the table. If he can get that straight right across and kind of get in Pedraza's chest and just his inside area, that'll kind of help him out. Pedraza, he works to the inside, but he's an outside type of guy. But he can fight in the inside. Later on in the fight, if he's in some kind of trouble, he will shift to that strategy as far as doing some things inside. But from what I've seen right now, Keyshawn Davis is a guy who's bringing more to the table as far as different punches and overall things that he does. He's not really a guy who's overlooked as far as talent wise, but just challenging overall, Pedraza's gonna have a lot of trouble. He's not doing much as far as activity and punch output. He will be able to fight from outside, inside, but I feel like the distance for Pedraza will be an advantage. But I feel like Keyshawn will kind of find his spots, change his levels. But Pedraza doesn't have head movement, but he does change his levels. So Keyshawn's gonna have to kind of find a middle area to go to, and then he's just gonna have to pick his spots. But Pedraza will be there, but he's gonna be dropping his head a lot. He can get hit in the face. He doesn't have a lot of head movement, but if I was Keyshawn, I would kind of slow him down to the body because it seems like later on in the fights he survives a lot because sometimes guys try to go to the head, and when he goes to the body, he doesn't do much as far as stopping guys and slowing them down. But when he goes to the body, it'll hurt. You know what I'm saying? It'll put Pedraza where he needs to go. But Pedraza's also going to be a guy who's trying to work and try to have a 1-2 with Keyshawn. He's going to be trying to counter. So Keyshawn has to try to watch out for that. But I feel like he can kind of get a late round knockout. He could possibly stop him if he has any issues. If he doesn't have any issues as far as with Pedraza, if Pedraza doesn't have any issues with Keyshawn, he'll probably last the entire fight. But we don't really know at this point right now. It's kind of all over the place. You got a lot of different options and things that bring it to the table. But if Keyshawn can kind of get Pedraza leaning over and catch him with an uppercut and a left hand, we could definitely he could definitely get the knockout. Right now, in my mind, I feel like he can get a 10th round knockout. But a decision isn't really a bad idea. It's not really something that I can basically go with a decision in this fight with Keyshawn, unanimous decision. But I don't know. Pedraza definitely has a chance, but it's just difficult all around when you have a lot of things going on as far as Keyshawn and him in the ring and a lot of things he's kind of putting together. But he's definitely someone who's a threat out here in 135. A lot of these guys, they don't want to admit it, but it's a lot of guys that's a threat right now. They want to stop what he's doing right now, but he's probably going to be able to put on a show. Possibly could be fight of the night. A lot of times, Top Rank puts on a co-main event that's just as good as the main event. So we'll see. I haven't heard a lot of people really mentioning if they thought Keyshawn Davis was a good option for this fight or anything, if he'll lose. So I can smell fear a little bit, but it's definitely things going on. But you can't really look past what he has going on. A lot of people do, but they mention him with big names. And Pedraza, he's a big name. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid name. He's not a guy who's actually easy to beat or easy to get in the ring with and just stop. He's only been stopped one time, I think. So he's not a guy who's easy to stop, but he's definitely a huge option. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.